Hey guys, in today's video, how to go from this to this and lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks. Alright guys, well welcome to today's video, and first things first, you're obviously not going to do that transformation in 2 weeks, but I want to explain in a little bit more detail why and how you should go about losing those 15 pounds. So for today's question, it is basically just how do you lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks, and so I want to talk to you about what that actually means, how you should do it. You know, it's not something I generally suggest, but I understand that there's a wide variety of reasons for trying to lose weight. So first things first, losing weight means something a lot different than losing fat, right? Losing body fat, can you lose 15 pounds of body fat in 2 weeks? You know, perhaps if you're very, very obese, very sedentary with a terrible diet, and you completely shift gears and just start exercising and eating well, or even fasting, perhaps you could lose that. But if you're in any type of reasonable shape, no, you're not gonna lose 15 pounds of body fat. However, weight is a very different topic because our bodies are mostly water. So a lot of the approaches that you see where people claim you can lose like 35 pounds in a month and these kind of approaches, you're actually just losing water weight. And what do you mean by that, coach? Because a lot of people will say, well, what if I just drink more water? I don't mean that you're losing water weight and you're dehydrated. I mean, your body is not storing the water in your cells, in your muscles, okay? Carbohydrates actually help you by storing energy in your muscles. They also store water, okay? So the carbohydrates in your body are actually holding onto water, but that's good water. It's in your lean body mass, it's fat-free mass. So what happens oftentimes with these strict approaches is you go very low carbohydrate, you take in very low calories, and the scale looks very good for a few days. Why? Because you're shedding that water, you probably start to pee a lot more, right? You might even be taking in a lot of sodium on average, and when you lower your average sodium intake, well, your body's gonna retain a little bit less water. I actually tell my athletes and my clients to keep their sodium high, because your body adapts to the amount of sodium that you take in, and your sodium is important. It does things like regulate your heartbeat, so you don't wanna be too low on sodium, and especially for us athletes that are gonna perspire a lot in the gym. But how can you lose a lot of weight in 2 weeks? Well, I'm gonna put a calorie calculator on the screen here. That's on my website. You can go plug that in. And it'll give you what I think is the safest way to lose body fat. You know, it's about 1% of your body weight per week. And if you're gonna be more aggressive, that's fine. Now, if you're obese and you're, say 100 pounds or maybe 50 pounds or more overweight, then perhaps this doesn't apply to you. But if you've been in a reasonably good shape and you're just looking to kind of correct that fluff, well, I still think, for someone that's 200 pounds, losing 1% a week, 2 pounds a week, it's about as aggressive as you want to be, because the research does show us that that's where we tend to lose body fat and not lose muscle. Now, the risk you lose muscle really can set you up for failure down the road. And that's because as we lose muscle, well, guess what happens? Our metabolism gets slower. So when you do a really restrictive diet, something like, I've done videos on the military diet and these kind of things, when you do something very restrictive like this, where you're losing weight very rapidly, well, you're going so low calorie that you're going to compromise your metabolism. Now, I think a lot of people focus too much on what their metabolism is doing. Your metabolism is very adaptive to us. It's going to change as we lose weight. Why? Well, because you require less energy to maintain less weight, less body fat, less muscle. But what you don't want to do is lose lean body mass throughout that process, okay? So what I typically suggest is, for someone that wants to be very aggressive with weight loss, well, if it's for a competition, if it's for getting on a scale and perhaps making weight for something like wrestling or the military or something like that, you can do a water cut, okay? And that just essentially would mean dropping carbohydrates, dropping sodium, maybe getting in a sauna, sweating it out. Of course, you want to make sure you're being safe with that approach, but you can lose quite a bit of water weight. I've done a water cut for a powerlifting meet and lost about 15 pounds in 2 days of water. The good news is that you can restore hydration very, very quickly, okay? As soon as you make weight. But if we're talking about real weight loss, fat loss, okay, you do not want to compromise lean body mass, okay? You do not want to compromise eating in a manner that's going to make your workouts less quality, okay? Lean body mass, when the weight loss is over, is what's going to determine your long-term success with this. Don't wait until you've got the weight off to start resistance training, okay? Resistance training will actually speed up the process of losing body fat. It will also ensure that when the body fat comes off, your metabolism is in a better place. Your lean body mass is in a better place. Now, this is a theory of mine. There's a little bit of research on this, but we all have kind of a set point, right? It's kind of my thought that the set point isn't so related to how much muscle, how much fat, but our body sensing our total body mass, right? So how can you improve your metabolism? Well, it's by over time increasing your lean body mass while also decreasing your fat mass, right? And so your number that you're on the scale is gonna be roughly the same, but it's gonna be an improved body composition and you'll be eating more food, okay? This is something that I've just noticed with my, I don't know, well over 1,000 clients that I've coached, and over the history of coaching them for multiple years, I look back at our previous plans and I think, man, they're eating a lot more, doing a lot less cardio, and maintaining a lot leaner of a physique. So, my friend here, I'm sorry when you asked me if I said I don't do that. I don't do it as a philosophy of coaching, okay? Someone applies for me with coaching and says, I need to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks. My answer is going to be no, I'm not going to do that. However, if I have a power lifter that needs to make weight and they're 250 pounds and they need to get down to 235 in 2 weeks, well, we can work on managing water and hydration and rehydrating prior to lifting, okay? That requires a little bit of time. So if you are a power lifter and you have to weigh in the day of your meet, I don't suggest this. You need at least 24 hours to get that hydration back. Otherwise, you're really gonna risk poor performance on the platform, okay? But I didn't really get the sense that that's what you're trying to do. If you wanna lose 15 pounds of body fat, I would suggest giving yourself 10 weeks, 8 weeks minimum, right? Allow your body to change. There's a big difference between allowing the body to lose body fat and trying to force it, okay? Allowing the body fat to come off means your body is working its magic. You're training, you're eating, you're sleeping, you're recovering, and over time, you're burning more body fat than you're storing. Forcing your body to lose body fat, doing way too much cardio, eating way too few calories, and using your kind of willpower to get through a couple weeks of really tough sledding, we can sustain a lot as a human being. We can push ourselves to extremes, but that's a pendulum, right? When you push yourself to an extreme, guess what happens? That's right, the body swings back the other way. If you're just pushing your body a little bit and allowing it to change, there's not going to be that huge swing at the end, and you can do extreme changes to the physique over time. But don't be in a rush. 2 weeks, it's not necessary. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. Got some great topics for this week saved, but get in my DMs, send me some questions, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.